Elon Musk has now doubled down on his stance on the H-1B visa program, claiming that it helped him and millions of other immigrants to become highly successful. It's still based on meritocracy, and the drama just is escalating and escalating. I have a lot to say about this, and nobody's covering this. I don't see any news outlet, any woke propagandist, fake news network covering this. But it's really, really becoming well, let's just say this. It could become a huge cancer if we don't nip this in the bud. I'm going to go over everything that's happening. I did a video on this earlier, actually, as a matter of fact, yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, I'll leave it in the pinned comment. Also, I'll put it on the end cards there. But let's just, I got my handy outline here. Let's just cover what this is all about. And then I'm going to share with you some clips, some screenshots of Elon's position. And if you forgot about what Vivek said yesterday, which I disagreed with to some extent, although I think Vivek's heart is in the right place. Let's just cover this. And then I'll share with you my, I think, very poignant thoughts, as usual. All my thoughts are poignant. I'm just kidding, on this whole matter. So the drama between this, I just say some MAGA, staunch MAGA supporters. I mean, Laura Loomer, you guys know what I think about Laura Loomer. I don't like to judge anybody. Again, I don't attack people. I attack ideas. To quote the late Justice Scalia, some staunch MAGA conservatives, and it's not just Laura Loomer. There's several others, a lot of influencers. This has been going on for the last 48 to 72 hours. Elon Musk over the H-1B visa involving a clash of ideologies and interests. Well, what are those? It helps if we're going to dissect this and come up with some kind of resolute solution. We need to figure out what's going on here. So the MAGA stance is that, we genuinely follow a policy that prioritizes American workers and often oppose policies perceived to favor foreign labor. They criticize the H-1B visa program, arguing it allows companies to hire foreign workers, potentially at lower wages, which could displace American workers or depress wages. This aligns with the kind of American first approach to immigration policy. Elon Musk's position is that he supports the H-1B visa program because he believes it's crucial for bringing in highly skilled foreign workers, especially in fields like engineering and technology, where there's a perceived shortage of talent in the U.S. And that's actually a fact. That's not, that's not some sort of subjective stance. There is a shortage of talent in specific sectors, as there are shortages of talent in the auto industry, in the finance industry, in the real estate industry, whatever. There's shortages in all sorts of industries. Musk himself came to the U.S. See, I really don't think they're making this into an Indian American, white people. They're making this into a sort of race issue, which to me, when you talk about race in terms of hiring the best person for the position, that is antithetical to a meritocracy. You are dipping your toes into the pool of DEI. And the mandate on November 5th was a strong, an absolute, not even strong, an absolute rebuke to DEI. So Musk himself came to the U.S. on an H-1B visa, and his companies like SpaceX, Tesla have benefited from this program. Here's where the controversy kind of comes in. He's vocal about needing these visas to maintain U.S. technological competitiveness, viewing it as a beneficial for as a benefit for America's economy and innovation. So this conflict, let's talk about this conflict and how this sort of escalated. So the conflict escalated when Musk publicly defended the H-1B visa program, stating that without it, companies like his wouldn't be able to thrive or even exist in the U.S. And he just posted this late last night. Check this out. The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and F yourself in the face. strong words to say the least. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. So you can just imagine what kind of eruption that ignited on a lot of fronts, especially specifically the people who've been conflicting and confronting him on this issue in the past 48 to 72 hours. So these were responses to criticism from certain MAGA supporters who felt betrayed or misaligned with Musk's views on immigration. Remember, I showed that post from Matt Gaetz in the previous video where he said, look, we like you tech bros, but we're not hiring you to create immigration policy. We liked your support. We liked what you did for us, but just back off, essentially. Some of these MAGA voices, including activists, I've mentioned this before. I hate giving her press, but Laura Loomer, I have to talk about this because I have to remain objective and neutral and just give you the truth, accused Musk of not adhering to MAGA principles, leading to online battles where accusations of censorship and betrayal were exchanged. She got her blue check mark removed, and apparently there was some, and I don't know this conclusively, I do know that her blue check mark was removed, and I don't know why. It could have been for multiple reasons. I'm sure Elon's got better things to do than go through his phone and take people's blue check marks away. He's got way bigger fish to fry than Laura Loomer. But apparently there was multiple accounts that got their blue check mark removed. There was multiple accounts claiming that their posts were being suppressed or censored or not getting the same kind of reach that they were before. Now, some of you, I can almost feel your kind of thoughts right now, especially if you're a boomer or Gen Xer like me or a little bit older. You're like, what the heck is this? What's going on here? You have to understand, we're living in a world now, and the mandate on November 5th kind of confirmed this. We're living in a world now where X is literally the absolute number one source. And I'm not just saying this subjectively or based on assessment through observation and feeling. Analytically, it is the number one news source in the entire world, because it's brilliant. Because you post something online and everybody looks at it, and if it's true, fantastic. If it's not, it gets community noted. It is a really unbelievably highly excellent collaborative process, which is why I know some of you guys say, hey, Nez, stop saying follow you on X. When I say follow me on X, I'm saying this is where I post primarily. I love creating my videos. My video production and my media is number one, but you can really get a whole three-dimensional impact of the way I look at things, the way I view things. If you're interested, you can stay here and just watch the videos. That's fine. But analytically, data-wise, X is the number one news source, because when you post something on X and everybody in the world gets a chance to look at it, comment on it, and it can get community noted, the collaboration, the vetting that goes on in real time, the fact checking that goes on real time far supersedes and surpasses the New York Times, the Washington Post, any woke propagandist media outlet out there, which makes it so beautiful because it's news by the people, of the people, for the people, which is how our glorious republic and democracy operates. And that's how it should be. And it's brilliant and it's awesome. So when I say that's where I want you to go, and I'm bringing this up, when I say I can feel your thoughts, a lot of you might not be understanding, or might be thinking, my God, is this just some stupid drama, teenage, high school, ridiculous drama? Yes and no. Yes, in the fact that there's some pettiness going on. No, in the fact that, again, it's happening contextually in the backdrop of the number one news source medium on planet Earth. So I wanted to kind of quell any anxiousness or sort of confusion that might be out there by boomers and people like me, Gen Xers, who have no clue what this even means or not getting any other reporting on this. This is why I always say I bring you nothing but the truth. So let me know in the comments what you think of that. The cultural and political backdrop, there's also an undercurrent of cultural critique where Vivek, again, Trump's appointee aligned with Musk, questioned American work culture, suggesting a cultural shift towards mediocrity might be why companies prefer foreign talent. This sparked further debate, with some seeing it as an attack on American identity and capability. In summary, this drama reflects broader tensions within the Republican Party and Trump's coalition between economic nationalism and the needs of tech industries, Musk's viewpoint, highlighting different visions for immigration, policy, and economic strategy. Now, when I said yes and no, that this is a drama that, is petty, but it needs reporting because it's happening in a significant contextual background. Elon Musk is the richest person in the history of the entire world. This guy has multiple companies that could consume his time. This is a man who has helped us get our country back. This is a man who has created the only bastion of free speech in the online ecosystem in X now, formerly Twitter, now called X. This is a man who put in tireless hours, energy, resources, money, funding, support for Trump, which to me, Trump equates to America, because I truly believe that if Kamala Harris would have won, I'm not being hyperbolic here, everything would have gone downhill. Everything would have been chaos. It would have been the deviation of what this country is all about in a way that I don't know would have ever been repairable. I really don't. And so when I say we dodged the most dangerous bullet in American history, I mean that vehemently and with the utmost of my being. His help was a huge, it absolutely pushed the needle in the right direction. So his help was monumental. And I want to share this too. And then and by the way, I'm not alone, because the great Scott Jennings agrees with me. I'm going to show you a clip from him. But I think this post, more than anything, kind of confirms this. Watch this. So this was his post back in November of 2023. And he since reposted it just today, as a matter of fact. Elon Musk said, "We should greatly increase legal immigration of anyone who is hardworking, honest, and loves America. Every such person is an asset to the country. But massive illegal immigration of people we know nothing about is insane." This, to me, gets to the crux of what Vivek was talking about and what Elon Musk was talking about. Did they communicate that effectively? They're tech people. Tech people don't know how to talk. They're very bad at communicating, okay? Even though Vivek's an amazing speaker. Elon, he's got so many ideas popping in his brain, it's impossible for his mouth to keep up. So was it communicated or conveyed properly, appropriately, or even succinctly and effectively? No, not even close. But this is the heart of what Elon Musk is all about, what he brings to the table. And I think the fact that we're not focusing on the 18 plus million illegal migrants in this country is akin to us, not worrying about the burning fire and focusing on the drapes. Let's deal with the burning fire, then we can talk about the drapes much later. And by the way, I'm not alone. Look at Scott Jennings, who is a national treasure. He agrees with him too. Watch this.
In the Republican Party, and I think there's a way to work this out and solve it. I mean, I think what a lot of people would say is, and Elon Musk was making this point, if you take like the top 1% or the top 0.1% of the most talented engineering people from other countries, that's perfectly fine. H-1B visas for that. They're unique. They have unique talent, unique innovative skills. Fine. If you're using the H-1B program to abuse it, to recruit interns, accountants, other people that easily could be recruited from the United States of America, all because you just want to do it cheaper, that's not fine. So I think what a lot of people in the party want to do is eliminate the fraud in this H-1B program, retain the top engineering talent, and there's a way to do this. What Ramaswamy did yesterday was not a great communications exercise, and it did anger a lot of people in the president's coalition, and I think rightfully so. I think Donald Trump having a relationship with one of the greatest innovators of our time across multiple sectors, and having that person be as invested in the United States and the success of the United States as he can be is unequivocally a good thing. And I'm sorry if people had their feelings hurt by that. Because this country needs people like Elon Musk to create, to innovate, to participate in our civic affairs. This is a good thing.
So those are my sentiments exactly. I think we've got bigger fish to fry. We've got 18 plus million illegal criminal migrants in this country. We need to get rid of them immediately. Do I think that the H-1B visa program needs to be reformed? Perhaps. Do I think that corporations take advantage of it? Corporations will never stop taking advantage of everything. That's never going to stop. And so, but here's the crucial, the real crux of this is creating this divide, which is just falling right into the Hippocrats, aka the Democrats' hands. This is exactly what they were trying to do with the President Musk coordinated campaign that they were all shouting and yelling for the last 2-3 weeks. We can't let them win. We won. We got the mandate November 5th. We've got the House, the Senate, and we've got the greatest president right now to run the country. Finally, we've got some sanity back. This is not needed. This is not necessary. It's only going to, if we don't, again, as I said in the beginning of the video, if we don't nip this in the bud, it could really create, just like any cancer, any tumor, you got to excise that tumor immediately or else it will grow exponentially, and then the damages will be irrevocable. So we need to nip this in the bud. This is petty. It means nothing. It's only going to divide us. We need to move forward. We need to really focus on the real issues that Americans face every day and just move forward. But I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter. That's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. Check out that video. It's coming up right now over here on the side if you haven't seen it. I'll also put it in the pinned comment. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.